Hello and welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey. You may notice that today I sound a little bit different, and that's because I got sick last week, which is also why I didn't do any midweek episodes, which is something that I was sort of planning to do. Usually I do like to record next one on like a Monday, get it out. But today I am hoping to get 3 videos done. First off, we're going to start with the worst of the bunch, which is the Dino Dadda's Dinosaur Reanimator deck. So I believe this came up from a conversation on Discord, and Isomorphic was involved with some more people, and Reanimating Scourge of Frosthome will close the door on a lot of opponents, but then if you bond out Clutchkeeper, it's generally lights out because your opponent can't just like amass any wall of like deadly units, because Clutchkeeper will just keep making overwhelmed dinosaurs, which will be able to kill your opponent in, no short order. I did have to craft Clutchkeepers for this, so that was an exciting expedition, but other than that, this is pretty much similar to the Kuiper Scourge deck, where we're just trying to reanimate this big boy over here, just shut the door on our opponent, and then just kill him with this big dinosaur, which should 100% just be a dragon. But, onto the games. Oh, before we start, there is one cool bit of technology here, the Whispering Wind. So Whispering Wind discards the Scourge of Frosthome, which puts the Scourge into your void, so you can reanimate it. But it will draw your Clutchkeeper, because Clutchkeeper is only more expensive spell, or unit. So then you can really set up like a nice turn sequence where you get to make the Scourge and then the Clutchkeeper to bond off it. So anyway, onto the ladder. Let's give this a go. Lost my dice. I don't know what turn we're on. I'll grab after this game. So it's on top. It's okay. I mean, it's got like Nightfall to be able to push us forward, but it's generally just like a bunch of power. Then I guess we'd be like Herald Tongue and discarding power. We really want to use Herald Tongue to discard like our big dinosaur. So I think we will redraw here, especially on the draw. And this is better because as soon as we find a discard outlet, we've got rid of the Scourge of Frosthome, and we've got a way to reanimate because we do have the Kerrigan Merchant. I don't really know up against quite yet, so we'll just play the Feln banner. I think this is a hand where we perhaps do want to use the Crest with a little bit more information, although I think we do. Okay, so like a Feln, well, not Feln, Practice with a Feln deck. A Praxis deck with Shugo standard. So is this like a Praxis aggro deck? Well, we'll get the Crest Cunning out of the way now, just because. Okay, Herald Tongue's great, just more ways of discarding. That means we can discard without having to use the Nocturnal Observer to get our opponent a little bit deeper in the deck as well, especially because they've struggled on power and played like a depleted one. So I think what we'll do here is we've got a discard outlet, so we'll just discard one of these, and this will get us the Grasping at Shadows. Then next time we can just discard the dinosaur, and then we should be able to reanimate the turn after. That should be enough. In this sort of faction pair, Praxis. Oh, and we've got Clutchkeeper as well. Nice. So I'm still not going to play the Nightfall unit just because I don't want to let our opponent get the free draw here. So let us just discard Scourge Frosthome. I suppose we'll play Cobalt Waystone. No real reason not to here. Just protect us. If for whatever reason our opponent's just playing like a free faction deck. Yep, so our opponent knew what was going on because we use the Shadow Merchant, so obviously we're just going to Grasping at Shadows this, and it's unlikely we're going to be able to beat through the giant donga that is Scourge of Frosthome. I'm probably going to consider this as the first game rather than the last one. Although we'll show it just because the deck's obviously got some powerful stuff going on. This hand is quite nice and interactive. It's got Shakedown and Suffocate. So I think we will keep this. I'm probably going to lead with the Shakedown though. I just want to play here. We can already get the reanimation, so let's try and find something else. Yeah, so Nocturnal Observer is great here. This way, if we really need to, if our opponent plays an Oni Ronin, we can suffocate that, and then obviously not going to do that now, but we'll be able to suffocate that and then like Shakedown, try and take the Champion of Fury, because Gargreg is played quite a lot. So Shakedown, I'm just going to grab my snipping tool. Oh boy. Well, I guess we're going to be taking the Haunting Scream. So Merchant is basically also a Haunting Scream, realistically. But it's a lot slower. Because I was going to play Gong Fnac and we're just going to suffocate it. So rather just get rid of the Scream, just make them actually have to trade a card here. Okay, well, we're going to be keeping it Nightfall, I guess, for a little while. So we've killed the Scream. Just take care of all this on my snipping tool. So, I suppose we just set up having Scourge of Frosthome. Let's have a look at our market first. Yeah, we don't really need infinite. Actually, let's just get feeding time. No, let's not get feeding time. Use the wrong merchant for that. We will get. However, we will boop away Carrington merchant to go and grab a Scourge of Frosthome. I should really consider, because then if we just got like feeding time, our opponent plays Gorgon Fanatic, it's going to be very difficult for them to actually start screaming us out. But since as we've only got the one way to actually get the Scourge out with the Primal merchant here, sort of locked myself into that decision. I suppose we can just discard here. Okay, so opponent's going for the Devastating Setback, which is fine. I suppose we'll just wallop them for free, see how they like it. Opponent didn't really get too much information from us there. Okay, so Whispering Wind's good. Sadly, you can't play it this turn. But we should probably be careful. If opponent's playing like Devastating Setback, must have some other sort of hand interaction as well. So probably want to be careful of that. Okay, so Rindra's good, keeping the Nightfall fun going. And I think, well, let's loot again. Getting Clutchkeeper is probably a little bit cute, realistically. Actually, that's boop away the. Yeah, City Cunning sort of lets us do it all, doesn't it? Yeah, let's do it like this. Because if we do this, carry the merchant away, this, go and get grasping its shadows. And then we can also get a Whispering Wind out, which does let us set up this Scourge of Frosthome as well. Because with this we'll be able to get the Clutchkeeper. Okay, so opponent is prioritising the deadly unit. I suppose we're just taking out 5 here. This is fine. Opponent could have like a backlash here. So I'm sort of hoping that they play something out. That'd be. Fortunately for us, Rindra's Choice doesn't counter the Grasping at Shadows, so could be okay there. So I really want to play like Gorgon Fanatic. Okay, Mirror Image is perfectly fine. Yeah, I've got enough stuff just to keep these busy, so this is fine. I suppose we just Grasping at Shadows here. Get the first Dino Daddy out. I suppose we will attack with this. Just lets us get the second Dino Daddy, the Clutchkeeper. Although we do need to sort of find like a second power here. So let's discard. Don't really need Annihilate, because we've got a removal spell in the Clutchkeeper. So I don't believe that Feln, with just its units, could actually overcome this. Realistically, it just doesn't have any silence or anything like feeding time effects outside of that. So they do have a Carrington merchant. So we won't be able to attack with 8/8, but I mean we couldn't attack with 8/8 anyway into like the 2 5/5s over here, so that's sort of fine realistically. So I guess we'll just bond here, and then we can just boot this. Yeah, so opponent's had enough there. I suppose that's how the games are gonna go if we just don't get completely owned. Also, you can see my rank. We went a little bit low. I tried out a few different variations of this deck, and Kappa Scourge just completely dropped. It's been so hard to get back up. I think like the top 200 right now is just really static. Okay, so we've got Discard Outlet plus Reanimation spell. And I suppose with the 2 Strategizes and the Crest, we should be able to find something. So I think we will keep this. I'm probably going to Crest here just to try and find power though. It doesn't really matter what our opponent's up to. We'll just Shakedown next turn. Gender Merchant gives us our... Yeah, Gender Merchant does give us our thing to discard. So I suppose that's not too bad. Okay, well, Diplo Seal into a fire card is concerning, I'll be honest. Just in case this is Skycrack, I'm just going to shake down here and just try and take... Oh boy. Well, that is a lot of interaction. So, I can see 4 cards here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 2 other things. I'm going to imagine that's probably at least 1 power. So again, we're just going to take the Haunted Scream just because that's the most value here. I suppose I could take Torch, but realistically, we're not going to play Nocturnal Observer until we've got the thing we want her to discard. So Torch is fine. We get to discard our thing, then our opponent's going to Torch our 2/3. So that's sort of okay. We are sort of locked into strategizing next turn if we don't find a 3rd power though. Generally, like a really quick Dino against this deck is going to be good because it is like 30 spells, and a lot of the units are good, but a little bit less good than an 8/8 when they can't play anything to do any of their recursion whatsoever. Of course, like they do have the Permafrost to be able to slow down the Dinosaur, and it stops us from bonding as well, which is something worth considering. But if they're just far enough like Signal Flare to our face here, I'm sort of happy. Okay, well, we also need to consider our power here. So I was going to get rid of the Strategize, the non-premium one can go. So we can pretty happily block here. If our opponent wants to use like 2 spells. Also, they've got Primal, so that's worth considering. I'm going to assume that the Signal Flare there was trying to find some, and then this Crest here. So of course, like the sort of worst thing for our opponent is that the power base on that deck's not very good. So do we want to try and find a second? Yeah, I don't want to really Nightfall my opponent. I didn't see if they left that card on top or bottom. I really should have considered that. So we do get Herald Song. I'm going to bottom this Clutchkeeper just because we realistically don't need it. And then next time we've got 2 shots at trying to find power because we do have 2 Herald Songs. The first one's just going to discard to go to Frosthome. The second one, I don't know. Also, I was trying to record a video of Kaifa Scourge last week, and I kept calling it Herald Song, and I was really enjoying that. But let's Herald Song away. Okay, we've got Shakedown again. Let's boot Frosthome. We've not got anything else to do this turn, and we also want to find power, so I will shake down our opponent here to see what else they've got. So should start to make a new snipping tool here just to see what I've got. Okay, so touch on our face, so maybe they've just got like Permafrost left. Okay. Well, I think I'll actually just take Permafrost. Actually, no, Permafrost is like whatever. Yeah, let's just take Crunch. Crunch is like actually a unit that we do need to have some sort of interaction with, and we don't currently have a way to deal with it. Okay, so opponents found the power we're looking for. So they can now Permafrost if they want, but we won't get an Aegis unit, so it's like, whatever. Okay, so cool. We've got the additional power, which is pretty much what we're looking for here. So probably going to try and dig a little bit deeper with the Herald Song. That's perfect. Found the power for next turn. And I don't really want to let Whispering Wind be hit by the opponent, so I suppose maybe just hold up Annihilate. There aren't many Annihilate targets in our opponent's deck. Yeah, so just like Bandit Queen here. Let's just save 2 lives. We'll kill this one so our opponent can't scream it back. It's not very exciting scream target there. Okay, cool. So we've got a way of dealing with something that our opponent can do. So let's just Grasping Shadows here. Get the big Dino Daddy up. Our opponent is probably just going to Permafrost this, which is sort of awful for us. Maybe we should have taken that, but if our opponent would have had a Crunch by now, then would have been pretty rough shape, because even if we block with the Jenna Merchant, we're still not in great shape there. Okay, so second Bandit Queen. I think this one we'll just we'll chump block here, because otherwise we're dead. We can't make Nightfall anymore, but we do get to gain a life here, so that's sort of okay. I suppose we're Chump City here. There's no real... Maybe I should have taken that Permafrost, because now we're really in trouble unless we're able to find like another Dinosaur to reanimate. Yeah, the Crunch probably seals it, just our opponent's going to have too many things for us to deal with here. yeah, see if we find something a little on the exciting side, and no we don't. So I suppose that serves us right for not taking that Permafrost, because if we'd have been able to make the Clutchkeeper there, it'd been so much different, because it had 2 free-frees plus killed the thing, but yeah, Bandit Queen does the job. Okay, well, we've got Clutchkeeper. It's not the reanimation target of choice, so let's redraw this. We're on the play, so yeah, I do like this. We do just snap up a Shakedown, and I don't think we do. I think we'll Crest next turn when we've got more information from the Shakedown, so to get the old snipping tool ready. And, well, what's this? Privilege event called Whirling Duo. I think I'll take the Whirling Duo. And I guess I'm probably not playing against like the blitzy sort of version of Ricano, because they'd have lots of cheap units. So it's probably just like some big, it's like Valkyrie-ish mid-range deck. And, oh boy, yeah, no please. Just kill that before it gets weapons on it. So this is cool as well, because then next turn we're able to go in Jeddah Merchant to go and get like Scourge, and then we're going to discard it with the Whispering Wind. Oh, we've already found a Clutchkeeper anyway, so I suppose we'll just sort of like thin our deck of Clutchkeepers, because we don't need infinite of these. Let's get that Scourge out of here. Boop, discard this. It's like mono Clutchkeepers. It's going to be good. So we can get up to 6. It's going to be nice at least. We are probably next turn going to try and work towards finding our Grasp. Actually, let us attack first. I'm going to discard this Nocturnal Observer. Rats, we drew a Scourge. That's not quite what I was looking for. But it will be good like eventually, because it will help us to, I don't know, maybe we can draw a Clutchkeeper, but actually I think what we're going to do, that's just Nocturnal Observer. I it's not really putting us under any pressure here. In fact, they've just not put us under any pressure. Okay, cool. So go up to the 5th power now. That's where we want to be. Because then we can set up the Carrion Merchant. Just put this Scourge back into play. Now we do need to be mindful that our opponent can play cards like Valkyrie Enforcer, which are of course quite good against our strategy right here. Generally in that situation, if you've got nothing else to do, you may as well play the Seek Power, just because it gets power at your deck, which for the most part is sort of very minimal effort. If our opponent does have a Valkyrie Enforcer, I think that they can probably win the game here, but they might just be a bigger control version. Well, we've got a backup Scourge anyway, so. And if our opponent does Valkyrie here and doesn't also answer it, then we are still able to Clutchkeeper and just put a bunch of things into play. So we do just need to fade an actual removal spell here. Our opponent's tanking. Because if they don't have that, then we're just going to have like a full board. Okay, and we've also got like a backup Grasping Shadow, so I'm completely not concerned here. Feeling pretty good. So maybe the fast spell our opponent's got here is like a Torch or something. But our opponent is dead to this because we've got 16 plus 6, 22, yep. So opponent needs to have like the 3rd harsh rule, and if they do, we're still able to Grasping Shadows here, so. Oh boy. Is this like Rizan, Signal Flare and Torch, or Signal Flare, Torch? So Signal Flare still has text in this matchup, it turns out. Okay, Rizan as well, cool. So can we still kill our opponent if we get back the killer Clutchkeeper? And so, because we've seen one Valkyrie Enforcer, I'm pretty sure our opponent might have like more. That's because they can at least draw one. So here the thing to consider is, do we just get Scourge Frosthome, because we can't just like get Merchant and removal spell list because we don't have enough damage in play. Get a Scourge. Means I have to have Valkyrie, and I can also get Clutchkeeper, which is going to fill our board up. Let's Crest and see what we find. There's like a Merchant on here. Okay, so Annihilate's probably medium good. I mean, our opponent's big units. Yeah, we'll keep it just because it's a removal spell. If our opponent plays like a Talot, it lets us kill that and get in. So I think I'm going to Grasp here. And I'm going to go for the Clutchkeeper, which kills this. I won't gains 5, but they are going to take about 1 million here. We've already seen 2 harsh wills, so with no card draw whatsoever, our opponent shouldn't really have. Okay, so our opponent's dead. So I've gone to 11 and then just dead to Dinosaurs. So that was. It's been performing in these videos a little bit better than it was on the ladder, but I do generally concentrate a little bit more on actually trying to make videos. Okay, so I think this is the last game, I'm not sure. So we've got like discard outlets, but nothing to actually discard. Nothing to reanimate anything, even if we did have anything to discard. This is sort of bad. This Clutchkeeper is probably just going to get turned into a Scourge, to be honest. And we'll. Okay, so against Combray. Combray has Desert Marshal and Valkyrie Enforcer, so the lockout combo is not quite as good here. Yeah, we'll keep it on with Genev, because Genev does like. We can use one to get Scourge, but we can also use one to get like Feeding Time or Rindra's Choice. And I think right here, we're just going to strategize. We don't really need to let our opponent know what we're up to, so there we go, it's perfect. Let's put Clutchkeeper on the bottom. I've got Scourge, got somebody to discard. So generally I want to hide it there. It's going to be a really minor thing, but if our opponent's not got anything else to do, and they've got a Valkyrie Enforcer in hand, they might just play it just to have some pressure on us because they can see that we're like a Feln deck. I think at this point the cat's sort of out of the bag really. Because we are going to be discarding here just to get a little bit deeper into our deck. But generally, because we play Strategize, it does give the opponent the illusion that we are a Feln control deck, which is sort of like a... Oh boy. I mean, it's a little bit too late for this. I'm going to guess that they're going to get the Merchant. Okay, well, that's fair as well. Is there anything we can get that we care about? Not realistically, is there? Let's just have a little bit of a Herald song. Just booping over one of these Scourge. Let's see what our opponent's up to, rather than just playing the Whispering Wind. Oh boy, well, our opponent has got Silence for days. So we do need to be mindful of this. I'm going to take the Desert Marshal. That is because Desert Marshal you generally will keep just to be a silence threat realistically. At some point our opponent might feel that they're priced into playing the Valkyrie Enforcer just to have like some pressure in play, because we're always going to play 3-2 and just block this next turn. If we draw a power, which I'm sort of looking forward to, I guess play Whispering Wind and Genev Merchant, which might prompt our opponent to play the Valkyrie Enforcer. We do have to be mindful though, the Stand Together can get this +1/+1. But our opponent came ready to play against us. Well, I suppose we'll just do our opponent in the face. Boop. We can't get Grasping Shadows, which is rough. I think we'll get Feeding Time just because it'll boop that little duder. So, grab Feeding Time. Opponent does have Stand Together, so 4 cost like slow speed removal spells are not the best strategy, realistically. Okay, well, a really Merchant if they don't also play a power here. Does mean we're able to boop this, so that's kind of nice. But just having like a 1-1 in play, not too much pressure. Oh, cool. So we get to Shakedown here, which is going to take the Valkyrie Enforcer. And now they've just got Stand Together. So Stand does get to turn like the rest of our opponent's board into threats realistically. All we want here is just to find a Grasping at Shadows. Tell it as well, ouch. Well, Telot's really good here. Will probably lead to us losing the game, if I'm honest here. Okay, so let's strategize here so we can find. Okay, so Current Merchant's good. Let's just Current Merchant away this Scourge. Go and get Grasping at Shadows. Just needs to like jump for our opponent blocks this way, but otherwise, hopefully we're going to play Dinosaur, which will maybe keep us alive long enough. Okay, so Sword of Unity is bad news, and yeah, if our opponent just like a space there, I think we would just be dead. But dealing with 10 damage in the air is probably enough, so I'm going to scoop this one up and go over to the deck tech. Okay, so that was the Dino Dadders deck. Actually, it was pretty cool. It was a lot more consistent than I thought it would be. But I guess that's just something that merchants will do. I think we saw in the last game where we sort of drew the wrong merchant, because if we had like a carry merchant, we were just able to get like Scourge out a bit earlier, that would have been a much nicer spot to be in. But generally, I think that Clutchkeeper is pretty nice because Scourge Frosthome will close the door on your opponent. They won't be able to play any spells anymore. But Clutchkeeper will deal with your opponent's threats because it's going to kill whatever the biggest thing is they had. And it's also going to leave behind bodies, and you're able to sort of attack with this with impunity. And once you've actually got the killer on here, it's also a fine sort of reanimation target later on. Just like a 5 power with Grasping Shadows just to get like another copy of Clutchkeepers. You know, pretty good, because it's going to do the same thing again. It's going to kill your opponent and fill up your board, as we saw pretty much in the matchup against the Warcry Cockbook deck. But anyway, this was certainly sweet, so thanks for watching. I have that resolved. I'll see you around.